Well, welcome along. I'm Ed Quigley, Longshot Ed. Of course, you're watching the Quigley 7, the racing week ahead, brought to you by 7Bet. There's going to be lots to be getting stuck into, isn't there? 7 topics. And we're going to be looking at the hot jockeys, hot trainers. We're going to be looking at the big meetings. Hopefully, going to unearth a few winners too. It should be good fun, shouldn't it? Of course, don't forget to scan the barcode on your screens now to take you to 7Bet. All the latest news, information and odds. And of course, please do gamble responsibly and check out gambleaware.org. This should be good fun. I'm looking forward to it. Well, the main meetings, whichever way you want to look at it this week. Wow, look, we've got Cheltenham. It is back. The home of National Hunt Racing returns after its summer layoff. Looking forward to this one. I mean, highlights include, of course, the Grade 2 Sharp Novices Hurdle. That takes place on Friday at 3 o'clock. This is a horse with a great roll of honour, isn't it? The likes of Altior and Q-Card have got the job done in this assignment in previous years. Will we see a horse of that calibre? Well, we'll find out on Friday afternoon. That's definitely one of the highlights of the week I'm looking forward to. And at the same venue on Saturday, of course, we've got the Matterson's Holding Hurdle. This is often a race where juveniles can use this as a springboard as they go into, hopefully, open hurdling company and knocking on the top door, the top level, and try and really break through that type of scene. So yeah, lots to look forward to there. The Sharp Novices Hurdle on Friday, the Matterson's Hurdle on Saturday, but we mustn't forget Doncaster. Flat action is still going. We got the Group 1 Futurity Trophy. That's going to be an absolute belter. That comes up at 2:05 on Town Moor, so don't forget that one either. So lots to look forward to, but Cheltenham is back. Well, my star horse to watch for the week, I'm going to go to Worcester on Wednesday in the 1 o'clock there. Really excited about seeing the Jamie Snowden trained Wendigo. Now, this horse was a pretty useful sort of a hurdles last season, and arguably very unlucky not to have got closer in the Grade 1 Albert Bartlett at the Cheltenham Festival. Was just getting into the shake-up when nearly getting brought down towards the business end of proceedings. Did well in the circumstances to finish 5th in my view, but I do think there could be a lot more to come from Wendigos. This horse embarks on the chasing career. We've got 5 declared, so it looks a hot little contest, but this horse on hurdling rating just has that class edge, and we know the Jamie Snowden team are in scintillating form at present. So I think Wendigo, he's a youngster, he's an up-and-comer, but he's going to be my star of the week. Look out for him in the 1 o'clock at Worcester on Wednesday. Well, who's hot in the trainers and jockeys at the moment? Well, amongst the trainers and jockeys, you got to give it to the veteran, haven't you? Jamie Spencer, the 2007 champion jockey, still going strong and still pulling absolute rabbits out of the hat. Powerful Glory, of course, won it 200-1 for Jamie Spencer in the Champion Stakes, Champion Sprint, I should say, at Ascot on Saturday. What a performance! 200-1 shock. A horse who was stuffed at Beverley last time out, had a wind operation, but typical Spencer at Ascot. Just absolutely loves it there, doesn't he? And caused a mighty upset to see off the hotly backed Lazat on that occasion. So yeah, Jamie Spencer's definitely in the hot category for jockeys, along with Lily Pinchin, the Cotswold jockey. She's doing great at the moment, isn't she? She's had 4 winners from her last 6 rides, and that kind of dovetails with a resurgent Charlie Longston. So Lily Pinchin definitely one to keep on your side at the moment. And we're going to trainers. Well, there aren't many hotter trainers than Jamie Snowden, the Lambourne Maestro, operating around a 45% strike rate for October. He is firing in the winners, and he hasn't even had his stable stars come back into the action or into the fold yet this autumn. So, yep, Spencer and Pinchin, they make my hot jockeys, one for each code. But I'm going to have Jamie Snowden, definitely the hottest of hot trainers at the moment. My one to watch for the week, well, I'm going to head to Presbury Park. I'm going to head to Cheltenham on Friday. I'm looking at the Novices Chase at 150 and the Dan Skelton trained Country Mile. Thought ran okay on Chase debut, but I just think would have learnt a great deal from A, the experience, but B, better race fitness, just the whole, will have taken a step forward from it angle coming into this. Be interesting how this horse is campaigned going further forward. Do they think he's the type of horse who will make up into perhaps like an Arkle candidate or a graded, consistent novice chaser? Or perhaps, knowing the Skeltons, will they look for a kind of handicap angle further down the line? Lots, of course, will unfold throughout the course of the next few months, but Country Mile, he runs in the 150 on Friday. I'll be definitely keeping a close eye on him. Well, my long shots, my dark horses, horses to be keeping an eye on, slightly going under the radar, shall we say, this week. Well, I'm looking at Fontwell, 2:45 on Thursday. Ben Paulding's got Dunskey in here, who's just been a massive underachiever so far. He's had a lot of wind issues, but Ben himself has says if they can correct the physical side of things of him, he's probably got so much in hand. He's a horse with an awful lot of ability. It just hasn't clicked for him yet on the track. But yeah, Dunskey, I think he's one to keep an eye on there. That's at Fontwell on Thursday in the 2:45 for a yard who have been amongst the winners recently. And then on Sunday, we head to Aintree, the old Roan Chase, absolute cracker, one of my favourite races of the autumn. Really looking forward to this. Keep your eyes on Colonel Harry here, who's been off the track since January the 1st. This horse had a setback after falling at Cheltenham in January. Hasn't been seen since, but he's back here for this assignment. I think this would be a lovely ring rust removal job, and they'll be using this as a springboard to some bigger targets, possibly at Cheltenham next month, or even Cheltenham in December, or other big handicap targets. So yeah, Dunskey, keep your eyes on that individual on Thursday at Fontwell, and definitely you won't want to be missing the old Roan Chase at Aintree at 2:20 up in Liverpool there on Sunday. Keep your eyes firmly on how Colonel Harry runs. I think if he finishes 3rd or 4th, Connections will be chuffed, and that will tee him up nicely for a big season ahead. Well, in regards to the betting angle, what are going to be the big betting heats? Well, it's obviously is a lot of markets yet to form, but the Futurity Trophy, of course, we've got Benvenuto Cellini is likely to be a very short price at Doncaster. That is in the 2:05, of course, on Saturday. Absolutely romped home last time out. I think Aidan O'Brien's representative is going to be one who could start very short on the day. I've mentioned before the Sharp Novices Hurdle. That's at Cheltenham, 3 o'clock on Friday. This could be a good little dust-up, couldn't it? You've got Sons à la Vie potentially taking on Fortune de Mer. Now, Sons de la Vie did it really nicely in market raising over hurdles last time out. Fortune de Mer was a smart bumper type, perhaps slightly underperformed in the champion bumper, and perhaps slightly underperformed last time out over hurdles. But, excuse me, I think Dan Skelton's representative will have stripped a lot fitter for the outing. He alluded as much to that in the bulletins before the race. So that looks a really good race then. Of course, Fortune de Mer does have a facile Cheltenham success on the cards as well. So we know he handles the track. So that'll be a good betting heat, that one. Keep your eyes on the Sharp Novices Hurdle, Cheltenham, 3 o'clock on Friday. Well, for the season narrative, what does it hold? It's very early days, isn't it, in regards to jump season. But that Sharp Novices Hurdle, as I said, the likes of Altior and Q-Card, or horses have won this in the past. So whoever tends to win the Sharp Novices Hurdle, not saying they're going to go on and win huge races, not necessarily, but they're often a smart type and they'll be worth following throughout the season. Incidentally, Nigel Twister-Davies' team have said they hope Sons à la Vie could make up into a Formby Novice Hurdle type. Of course, that is the big Grade 1 up at Aintree on Boxing Day. So you want to be looking at how that horse gets on, or even if Fortune de Mer or something else wins, how these horses get on will have a bearing on some of those Grade 1 novice hurdles throughout the season. So, yeah, lots to look forward to there. As you said, obviously, the Futurity Trophy, if Aidan O'Brien's winner, Benvenuto Cellini, ends up being the winner, then that horse is going to shake all the anti-post classic markets up. It's early, but always worth keeping your eye on how it affects potentially later in this season, in the case of the flat, very much next season. Well, many thanks for tuning in. You have been watching the Racing Week with me, Ed Quigley. And of course, please don't forget to check out 7bet.co.uk for all the latest odds on all the UK horse race meetings. And please don't forget to subscribe for plenty more content. Be safe. Please do gamble responsibly. Have lots of fun. And we'll see you again soon.